How's it going? My name is Jumpy. This week, I'm taking a look at the 2012 film The Vow. The main reason I watched this one is because I went to a used movie and video game store, and I noticed multiple stacks of DVDs for a movie I'd never heard of. I took a picture to send to some of my friends, and I kept the photo on my phone thinking it could make a good thumbnail someday, like I used for my Saw videos. Eventually, the movie popped up on Tubi, and I watched it, so here we are. When I first read the film's title, I really wanted this to be a feature-length remake of Lover's Vow, the gargoyle segment from the horror anthology Tales from the Dark Side the movie. That same story had been adapted before in the 1960s in Kwai-Dan. But that isn't the case, and after thinking about it some more and realizing how much padding it would require to get it to 90 minutes, that's a good thing. Instead, The Vow is about a married couple named Paige and Leo, played by Rachel McAdams and Channing Tatum, respectively. When driving home from a movie theater on a snowy night, their car gets hit by a truck, which results in Paige getting a head injury and being kept in a coma. There are flashbacks to the couple meeting, a romantic gesture, and Leo asking Paige to move in with him. Then they get married in an art institute. They aren't supposed to be there, and the guards chase them out. In the present, Paige wakes up from her coma and doesn't remember Leo or the last several years of her life at all. She thinks she's still in law school and engaged to another guy. Paige's estranged parents are played by Alan Grant himself, Sam Neill, and Jessica Lange. They come to visit and try to take her with them, but Leo plays a voice message she left him before losing her memories, and that convinces Paige to stay with him. That's when there's a really good scene where she comes home and there's a party that overwhelms her because she doesn't know anyone who introduces themselves. That scene and the memory loss is a scary idea. Not as scary as stumbling upon a gargoyle killing someone, of course, but not something you'd want to have happen. The movie continues as the couple tries to adjust. Paige attempts to regain her memories, but has understandable doubts if this new life is better than her old one. And Leo wants Paige to fall in love with him again. It's especially awkward when they run into Jeremy, who is Paige's ex-fiancé. Other obstacles include Leo not being able to spend enough time at the recording studio he owns and putting all the work on his employee, as well as Paige's father trying to keep them apart. The movie is alright. It's not nearly as bad as the comical amount of copies of used DVDs at the same store would imply. And it being a somewhat good movie is a little disappointing to me. You see, The Vow's poster reminded me of the cover of The Best of Me, which is a bad movie I watched, and I got some really big unintentional laughs out of it. I was hoping for the same for this one, but I never laughed at anything in The Vow that I wasn't supposed to laugh at. This isn't a comedy, but there are some exchanges that made me smile. I do like the two leads, and I understand where both of them are coming from. It is an interesting premise, and it's fairly predictable, which isn't a terrible thing. I don't think not knowing where the story is going to end up is necessary for a movie to be good. Not everything needs to be the substance, in the sense that it surprised me multiple times. There are some sweet moments in The Vow, and a couple awkward ones too, like, why are you taking off your shirt without saying anything first? And the tickling was a terrible idea. But I'm giving The Vow a 6 out of 10. I made this video because I had a thumbnail and I got to watch it for free. And I was getting into it and ended up enjoying it more than I thought I would. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.